question on my mind is, was this a hate crime or, just a random, episode of gun violence, which unfortunately is very common in this city.
A Jewish school targeted by a gunman in Memphis. Parents want to know what the motive was and give thanks that the school was not in session when those shots were fired.
Today is a great example of very alert, vigilant officers trying to protect the city. I personally truly believe that we have avoided a tragedy.
Memphis police saying teamwork helped stop the suspect from continuing the violence. Officers shot him in a Berkeley neighborhood. Hello, I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. At least one shot was fired outside Margolin Hebrew Academy on South White Station just before 2 o'clock. The alleged gunman was stopped 3.5 miles away on McCrory in Berkeley near Avon and Gary.
We have Team 3 coverage tonight, beginning with WREG's Bria Jones, who is learning more about the suspect who's recovering in the hospital tonight. Bria, what do you know?
Well, Steph, right now we know that suspect is in critical condition, and we're learning more about the history of this alleged shooter. An alert with this image of an armed man was blasted to educators Monday afternoon. Memphis police believe he's the man who tried to force his way into Margolin Hebrew Academy and eventually fired shots outside the school. Thankfully, no students were on campus and no one was hurt. Does the suspect have any connection to the school, and is this considered to be a hate crime against the Jewish community?
So it's way too early for that.
Assistant Chief Don Crow says a broadcast was put out for the suspect's maroon truck, and schools citywide were put on lockdown. Shortly after, officers pulled him over here on McCrory Avenue. These images captured by an eyewitness shows the moments after police say the suspect got out of the car armed with a gun and an officer opened fire.
I literally seen the cop getting out of the car. I was like, what's going on? Like, curious, and then that's when I heard the gunshots. I just told my kids, go inside right now.
Investigators say the shooter was taken to the hospital in critical condition.
I personally truly believe that we have avoided a tragedy. I think this suspect was going to harm somebody before the day was over.
Family friends are identifying the suspect as Joel Bowman, a member of the Jewish community and former student at the school.
Genuinely, to the core, don't think he would ever intentionally hurt someone.
Brittany Eshelman-Warsh also attended the academy. So what do you think his intentions were going to the school with the handgun today?
He has struggled with mental health for a number of years.
20 years ago, she says his father, a respected doctor who also suffered from mental illness, was shot and killed by Memphis police.
Someone felt unsafe and called the police, and as he was going to put down the gun, he had turned around, and I think it was like 9 or 10 police officers all opened fire at the same time and just completely mutilated him.
She says the shooting traumatized Bowman. Understanding the weight of what could have happened, she's asking people not to pass judgment.
I can't justify him walking into a school with a gun. There's no rhyme or reason for it. However, I don't believe that he was going to hurt anyone.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation is handling this case. At last check, police say that the suspect is in critical condition. Police have yet to say what charges he could face. Now reporting live in Berkeley, Bria Jones, WREG News, Channel 3.